learning how to float for as long as possible. This is what South Korean students are taught in survival swimming. The course was made compulsory for 3rd and 4th graders in the wake of the Sewol ferry sinking. Coach Park Chun-soon says the tragedy brought home the importance of these lessons. Some schools even offer them to all their students.
1, 2학년은 일단 물이랑 친해지는 거를 중점을 두고 배우고 있고요. 3, 4학년은 일단 생존 기능에 대해서 배우면서 물에 떠 있는 거를 이제 많이 연습을 하면서 배우고 있고 5, 6학년은 이제 구조 기능 같은 것도 많이 배우면서 아이들이 서로 구조하는 것도 조금 서로 배우면서
Students we spoke with say the lessons are useful.
위험할 때나 그런 거 할 때 쓸 수 있어서 왠지 좋을 것 같아요. 다른 친구들도 행복하게 배우고 도움도 많이 되고 살기 위해서 배우는 거니까 물에 빠졌을 때 바로 구조를 기다릴 수 있어요.
The Sewol ferry was overloaded and structurally unsound when it sank. The disaster shocked the nation and left South Koreans in a state of mourning for months. Ferry services between Incheon and Jeju Island were immediately suspended. It took 7 years before operations resumed. But this was short-lived, with services halted again in April last year. Lee Sung-no, who runs the convenience store at Incheon Port Terminal, thinks South Koreans simply can't bring themselves to take the same ferry route after the massive loss of lives.
큰 트라우마로 남아 있어요. 제주행이라는 단어조차를 좀 꺼려했었어요. 그러다가 이제 좀 시간이 지났다 해서 사업자가 나오면서 이제 추진을 했는데 이제 운영이 이제 안 됐으니까. 한 1년도 안 했고 들리는 얘기로는 엔진 고장, 잦은 엔진 고장에 또 이용객이 운영이 안 될 정도로 그래서 또 접은 걸로 알고 있어요.
Parents of victims and supporters recently held memorials in Seoul, saying the country must not forget its worst maritime disaster. It's been 10 years now, but the families of the victims are still out in the streets reminding South Koreans of what happened because they say it is important to keep the memories of the victims alive as that will make South Korea a safer country. Park Jung-hwa, who lost her 17-year-old daughter, says parents of victims like her felt guilty. They could not protect their children. And the deadly Halloween crowd crush in Incheon in 2022 resurfaced this sense of guilt.
서울 부모들이 그래서 정말 아이들 놓치지 않는 이런 나라를 만들려고 저희들 정말 안 다니는 곳이 없고 서명 안 받은 데가 없는데 그래서 이제 안전한 나라가 된 줄 알았는데 이태원처럼 딱 터졌잖아요. 아직까지도 우리나라는 안전하지 않구나라는 거를 또 깨달았어요. 더 열심히 해야 되겠다라는 생각을 더 많이 하죠.
In memory of the Sewol ferry victims, the government designated April 16th as National Safety Day, promising to create a safer country for all. 10 years on, many South Koreans still have vivid recollections of the tragedy.
텔레비전에서 계속 배가 넘어지는 장면을 끝까지 봤어요. 그 장면이 잊혀지지 않아요. 이해할 수가 없었죠. 누구도 구하지 않는.
Authorities have since tightened checks on ferry services, but public outrage over the disaster still lingers. The ferry's captain was found to have abandoned the sinking ship after telling passengers to stay put. He is serving a life sentence for murder. 14 other crew members were jailed between 18 months and 12 years. Lim Yan-suk, CNA, Seoul.